Well, my answer might be a little bit more deep than other people's, but I would recommend community partnership because it can literally save lives. My son was 3, joined playgroup, perfectly healthy kid, never even had an ear infection, and we found a tumor. So without the resources at community partnership, I don't know where we'd be today and what our life situation would be for my family. I think that everybody should utilize all the resources that the community has to offer, and community partnership has so many different things to offer. I would highly recommend anybody going into that office and looking at what they can offer, because there's so many things that you would never even think are offered there, from the GED programs to the kids, but it's a wonderful resource for this community. So we've gone through now 3 years of surgeries. Brooks is going to be on his 8th surgery. We also have found another tumor in his right side a year later. But one really important thing about this is that taking advantage of the resources that are offered at community partnership and parents as teachers, where they do test ears, because they actually do not test children's ears until kindergarten. And at 3, Brooks had a tumor the size of a golf ball when they removed it. And if we had waited till he was 5, I can't even imagine what the outcome would have been for him. And so it's really important that they offer things that we just can't get on a normal day-to-day basis. So we started with the parents as teachers. A part of that is checking ears. Jamie brings a machine where she actually checks the vibrations of the eardrums for the kids, and this is something that, we didn't do at doctor's offices, especially at the age of 3. So Brooks never passed his ear tests. My other son, Morgan, would pass his ear tests. There was a couple fluke times when he had some ear drainage or a cold and he would fail, but he always passed. So we ended up always choosing to go to community partnership. If I gave the boys an option, which activity they wanted to go to, is always community partnership, and that is because of the employees that work at community partnership. They're a huge family. They're so warm and welcoming. They know your story. They know your kids. They invest in your personal life and what's going on with you, and the boys felt that vibe and the energy there, and they got really close to some of the play group coordinators. I was discovering Brooks's tumor, and we were still kind of in the unknown of how extensive this was. One of the moms, that I actually think an employee at community partnership, was kind of going the same situations. Her son was having oxygen issues and ENT issues, and we were bouncing off ENT names to each other and referrals and experience, and it made me feel just not as alone. But something about community partnership is just how welcoming they are to everyone. It's definitely a wonderful place and a safe place to bring your family. You can be yourself, you can speak your truth, and there's no judgment there. It's not really the best story, but I was reading a Pottery Barn magazine, and Brooks was written on one of the chairs as the name for the little boy in the magazine. So I just loved it.